Hey everyone, Dan here. Thanks for joining me. Today I have three very pretty sounding finger picking patterns to show you. So stick around and I will demonstrate them for you and then break them down note by note. So there you go, three finger picking patterns, none of which had any kind of staccato sounds or percussive sounds, just a lush cascading effect where the notes would ring out over the top of each other. Great for creating a very full sound with your acoustic or electric finger picking playing. So let's get into demonstrating each of these finger picking patterns. There'll be timestamps in the description below if you want to jump directly to any of these demonstrations. But first off, let's start with finger picking pattern number 1. Okay, so let's break down these finger picking patterns. First off, I'll just show you the chords that I'm playing. There's just two chords, just in case you want to play along. The first chord is sort of a D major type chord. First finger is going to go on the A string at the 5th fret. Our third finger is going to go on the 7th fret of the D string. We're going to play the open G string. Then our fourth finger is going to be on the 7th fret of the B, and we play the open E string. Sort of like a D major add 2, add 4 chord. And the other chord we're playing, it's the same chord with a different bass note. So instead of playing this first finger on the 5th fret of the A string, we're going to put our second finger on the 7th fret of the low E string. So they're the two chords that we're playing throughout this demonstration. So here's the first finger picking pattern. Alright, now just a quick note, I'm using a thumb pick to demonstrate these patterns, but you can use just your thumb without a thumb pick if you choose. This isn't really a technique video, it's more just showing you patterns, so I'll let you decide whether you want to use a thumb pick or not. The thumb needs to do the following. Alright, it's going to be alternating between the A string and the D string. And it's going to do that the whole time. If you ever find yourself playing the same bass note twice, you're doing it wrong. Okay? Always alternate the bass note. The fingers, the first finger will be playing the G string, the second finger will be playing the B, and the third finger will be playing the high E. And all we're doing is this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. While the bass is doing this. And all you need to do is in between each bass note, you need to play a string with your fingers. So we start off bass, first finger, bass, second finger, bass, third finger, bass, second finger. And that's the whole pattern. loop that over and over again. Thumb first, thumb second, thumb third, thumb second. And always make sure you alternate those bass notes. And the counting, you're essentially playing semiquavers or 16th notes. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now when we change chord and we play our bass note now on string number 6 on the E string instead of the A string, all you need to do is, instead of playing your bass notes on the A and D string, you're going to switch to the low E and D string. So you're going to skip that A string there, and everything else stays the same. Alright, so instead of alternating between these two, alternate between these two. So bass note there on string 5 on the A, then to the low E. And that's the first finger picking pattern. Moving on to finger picking pattern number 2, which was this one. Now a little bit trickier, this one. The thumb does exactly the same as the first finger picking pattern. We're going to be alternating between between the A string and the D string, as well as the low E and the D string. It's the fingers that are going to be different. So what we'll be doing is playing third finger, second finger, first finger, third, second, first, over and over again. Now, the key here is for every one bass note that we play with our thumb, we're going to be playing 2 strings with our fingers. So we start off by playing thumb and third finger on the high E, and then we play second finger on the B string. And then we play thumb and first finger, and then third finger on the high E. So from the start. And we maintain that pattern continuously. So thumb and third. Okay, you see how that's happening? So for every 2 notes that we play with our fingers, we play 1 bass note. And we have to continually alternate between bass notes. No matter what, we always go in this cycle of 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. And like the first finger picking pattern, we're playing semiquavers or 16th notes. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, like the other finger picking pattern, we when we play the next chord, we alternate between the low E and the D string. And everything else stays the same. Alright, we're up to pattern number 3. This pattern is going to involve the thumb playing 3 bass notes instead of just the 2 that we were doing before. So it will be playing the A string to D to G back to D, and then repeat that pattern. And And we're no longer, with the fingers, we're no longer going to be using our third finger, just 1 and 2. And we're going to shift them down from the G and B string so that our first finger now will play the B and our second finger will play the E. And it's just going to be doing this. B, E, B, E, 1, 2, 1, 2. And it's going to be working in conjunction with our bass note. Alright, that's that simple. 1, 2, 3. It's like a triplet. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And each time we do that, we'll be changing the bass note. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's basically it. And we're actually playing not just triplets, but sextuplets. We're playing 6 notes every beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or if you count the beat, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if we speed that up, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you really want to get that kind of rolling motion happening with your thumb to the fingers. Now changing chord, we just, like the other picking patterns, we're going to skip this A string and play the lower E, D and G. Lower E, D, G. Everything else stays the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there you go. 3 lush, cascading sounding finger picking patterns. Just remember, if you're struggling with any of them, make sure you just keep it nice and slow. Play just 1 string at a time, build up the pattern, and then build up the speed from there. Practice makes perfect. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all next time.